A Vulcan roll to all of you out there as today we begin a brand new series. We're going to explore Amazon Prime's adaptation of the video game series Fallout. And today we're watching Season 1, Episode 1, The End. If you're a fan of the Fallout series of video games, that title probably means a little bit more to you. But again, if you haven't played the video games, I'm not going to give any spoilers out because this, I really can't. This is what I've been told is a brand new tale set within the world of Fallout, a rich, rich post-apocalyptic world that has many tales to be told, and I can't wait to see exactly what the creatives of this team decide to focus on. So I can't wait to see it, my friends. And of course, I will be journeying out of Vault 33 as well. I hope we don't run into any trouble. It would be terrible, but don't worry, we're prepared. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anytime we go live with any of our videos. And of course, if you'd like any of our fare early or in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon's in the description. But all that is then and this is now. And like I said, it's time to journey outside of the vault. So prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the first time in a brand new series, away we go.
Negotiations were scheduled to continue today as the White House had no comment about the president's whereabouts.
Huh.
Ready to be of service, madam.
Mr. Handy.
The specter of nuclear war facing this nation for 10 long years is final.
I always assumed that this took place in like the 50s, but I'm not real sure.
Oh, Coop. Do your thumbs up.
Yeah, you know, given the state of everything.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do either.
Why not? That's what you're famous for.
How about this one?
Come on. There you go.
Pinko. Yeah. I still took my money.
Huh. So they believe he's a communist? I'm assuming that's what pinko means.
That Los Angeles sunshine.
So maybe if somebody knows this for me, is this like in the 1950s? Someone could tell me this, if it takes place in the 50s or if this is like a kind of a reimagining of what life would be like later. I mean, 50 cars. I'm assuming it's the 50s.
Well, back when I was in the Marines, they taught us that if they ever drop a really big bomb, they told us to hold up your thumb just like this. And if the cloud is smaller than your thumb, now you run for the hills.
And if it's bigger than your thumb?
There's no running.
They told us not to bother running.
Do you think it's gonna happen?
I certainly hope not.
Ooh.
But us cowpokes, we take it as it comes, right?
Oh, what a sweetie she is.
Can I have a slice, Dad?
You know what, let me see if I can't rustle you up a piece.
Oh my God. Oh no, honey.
All right, one piece of cake coming up from my favorite cowgirl.
Is it your thumb or mine?
How terrifying. Oh my God, how terrifying. Get on that horse. I don't think you can outrun it, but get on that horse, man.
That's smoke, Janie. It's just a fire.
No, it's not. Oh my God. Look at that acting. They're releasing the tension. Oh my God. Here comes this shockwave. Oh my God, this is terrifying. I already like the tone that they have with this. Of course. If you've never seen the series The Shield, that's the first place I saw Walt. He was phenomenal in that show. I've loved him ever since. Oh my God. Griffith Park Observatory. They're in Los Angeles. Wow, hell of a start. Woo, hell of a start, friends. 219 years later.
My name is Lucy McLean, and I'm an active contributor to the well-being of my community. Repair skills. Science skills. Obviously, mine are nothing compared to my dad's, but I always relish a challenge.
Kyle!
My primary passion is teaching American history with a focus on ethics. Intermediate phys ed
Intermediate.
and riflery. Though I'm not very good. In my personal time, I enjoy taking walks and watching movies with my dad. Gardening, also with my dad. And participating in my family book club. We're still trying to get my brother on board.
The Pip Boy. That's the...
Of organs are intact, my hygiene well maintained, and yet I have been unable to find a suitable marriage partner. At least one I'm not related to.
Oh.
It is with sound mind and body that I hereby submit my application to the council to participate in the triennial trade with Vault 32.
Is this approval or... Marriage application approved. Okay, so this is all has to be inside the vault. I'm sure they'll explain the vaults. So, already liking Lucy. I didn't catch her friend's name. Stephanie Harper?
Feels a little tight. Won't be for long. On my wedding night, that dress got off almost as fast as Bert did.
That's nice.
I am just excited for us to raise our kids together.
So they say the triannual Vault 32. I have some questions about that. I didn't realize the vaults could communicate. Maybe they can. So cool. Really put some time in on this.
Gosh, you look just like your mother.
I wish she was here.
Me too.
Were you scared? When you married Mom?
Me? Terrified. Well, I'd never stepped foot outside Vault 31.
Oh, he's from Vault 31.
The moment I met your mother. From that moment on, Vault 31 was a distant memory to me.
How do you get between the
Overseer?
vaults?
It's time.
Oh, he's the overseer.
And in that respect, you could be a cannibal or just like Cram.
Norman.
Sorry, Dad.
Norman.
Gatekeeper.
Chet.
Textbook Tumblr jam.
For fuck's sake, Chet.
What's going on?
Lucy, I love you.
Now's probably not the time, Chet.
We all know that, Chet. Messing around with your cousin, it's all well and good for kids, but it's not a sustainable long-term sexual practice, you know?
Sorry, Chet. Like the officiant's, like, vault dweller garb. I'm assuming it's the officiant in the back.
Welcome, neighbors from Vault 32. I am Hank McLean, overseer of Vault 33.
Hank.
Lee Moldaver, overseer of 32.
Yes. As arranged, we offer you seed and parts for machinery.
In exchange, we offer you a breeder.
So, who am I marrying?
A breeder. Interesting.
I'm Lucy. Do you have a name?
Monty.
Monty. Well, Monty. Cool way to start it. Kind of walks us around through the place, figure out the characters, how they feel about at least Lucy. Who the hell's that?
So what's your sperm count?
What now?
Sperm is pretty important in perpetuating America.
So, what's your sperm count? That's a good lead question.
Proud denizens of Vault 32.
I have a strange feeling they're going to try to take over Vault 33.
To keep the candle of civilization lit while the rest of the world has been cast into darkness.
Because they don't look like they're doing too great at 32.
Radiation levels on the surface are dropping fast enough that the next generation, Lucy and Monty's children, will be able to recolonize.
So looking at a half-life of 250-ish?
After 200 years, we don't know much about what's up there.
Oh, it's only 219, so 10 years or so, 15.
I'll admit I'm sometimes afraid that mean old world will change us instead. But then I look at my daughter, and such a beautiful bride, and her new husband. And I am not afraid. I feel hope.
Kyle has made a career out of this character. Yeah, Vault 32 is going to attack. Oh, Chet.
Let's dance.
Doing a good job establishing everything here. Great music. Holy smokes.
Show me to my new home.
Yep, is it Lee? Yep.
Oh, isn't it great? Every big moment of our lives is gonna happen right here.
Oh boy. This is where Monty turns evil. Well, reveals he's evil.
Box, a blender, they even gave us...
Up. And there's Monty's penis.
Spot. So keep that coffee hot.
Well, he's scarred up. On the kitchen table. What do you got, Norman? Is that his name? Right, Norman's the brother. This way, just even like the passage to 32 looks like shittier than everybody else's. Did he go into 32? Oh yeah, they're attacking. Did he just cleaned himself on the curtain, correct? That's what I'm saying? All right. Okay, everybody. Just wanted to make sure. That's what we were watching. Oh, this place is absolutely fucked. No babies. No buddy. Is it booming and screaming? This is to be expected, though, because, you know, those vaults are ecosystems, and if something were to go wrong, this shit's going to go south real quick. In the game, and I'm not going to talk a lot about the game, but in the game, I don't remember if there was communication between the vaults, and I would like to think it's probably for this very reason. He is ratted out. Wow.
You're from the surface.
Oh, they're not even dwellers.
Raiders.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Come on, Lucy. Intermediate phys ed. Don't let this... Oh.
Just so you know, this was the best day of my life.
Oh, thanks, Monty. Boy, Monty recovered from that dick punch pretty quick. Light him up, Lucy. Well, something tells me your best day is over, Monty. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, you sociopath. Oh! Ooh. Oh, my God. Take him out. I don't know. I mean, you're so hurt. I think this is beyond a med kit. Oh, are they really going with the insta-heals? This is a crazy way to start this. Oh my God, the officiant. Oh my God. They rated everything. Time for an upgrade. I'm already digging Lucy. Oh my God. We really needed something with a higher caliber. Wow. They're going with the ultra violence. Oh my God, great stunt. Great stunts. Plural. This is like Fallout's version of the Red Wedding. You need another gun. Oh my God. Oh my God, good save, dude. Oh my God, brutal. Oh, her husband's dead. Oh, no, 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 no. What's her name, Stephanie? Wow.
Oh, easy, pal.
Chet.
Sir, please don't make me use force.
Chet, be badass. Be a badass, Chet. See you on the flip. Oh my God. Holy, wow, this is one of the more violent things. Amazon Prime does not shy away from the violence, do they? Right in the eye. Take that. A lot of eye stuff. I like how the burning film looks like. It's oh, hey Monty. Looking good, buddy. Kyle says, get the fuck off my daughter. I love my man. If you're joining me for the first time, anytime I like a character, they surely die. So I probably condemned Lucy and Hank, but oh, I thought he was twirling it. I was like, oh, wow. I'm gonna drown him in the water barrel? The pickle jar, the pickle barrel. We're ruining a lot of good pickles there. Inner vault door breach. Boy, this is really cool. This is really stylistically is really fucking cool. This is not great. I'm assuming bomb.
Welcome.
Hi, Lee.
I think I know who you are.
Everyone knows who I am. But do they know who they are?
Excuse me?
They are the product of one of life's tricky little choices. So I'm gonna offer you a choice.
Okay, great. This is not sounding crazy at all.
Them or her.
Excuse me. You'll say me.
We have to help us stop!
You are my world.
Whew. As a parent. Okay, those were just tranks, right?
You look like your mother.
Who the fuck are you?
Where are you taking him? To the real world. You should see it sometime.
Why? Why did they need him?
Maybe you should do what you do best. Run and hide.
How to create a villain. Huh. Wow, hell of a start. Holy smokes. Hell of a start. Oh, is this... So is this the Brotherhood?
There's nothing wrong. But they're always asking me about you, darling.
It's playing Johnny Cash.
Can you identify this relic?
Rotor?
Holy shit.
We are the finders and the preservers.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel's crazy. Well, driven. Yeah, it's a Zeppelin. I want to see the power armor. I saw it in the preview. I want to see it moving around.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Look at that.
I wonder why they're here.
I don't trust guests, so not in this show. You sank my battleship. Oh my God, are they filling in like a picture of somebody? That's crazy.
Come on, I got something I want to show you.
Latrine duty's a two-person job.
I said, come on. Well, shit isn't going anywhere.
That must be a super duper duper fun job. You're not going to put those over, like there's just like a literal pile of shit underneath them. Why isn't everybody dying from disease? Nuka-Cola. That shit is dope.
Aspirin Dane?
This was my idea. He
You're
didn't
being
want...
summoned. Come with me.
Playing Johnny Cash again. That's cool.
Every time I look at you, I fall in love.
Ah, brick ball. I don't know what it's called. I wonder what the casting was like for that. Hey, we need you to be an extra in Fallout. You're gonna have a pretty prominent shot of you masturbating. Okay, from the top, right?
A bunch of us were chosen to get anointed.
Hey, what's your title gonna be?
Squire, tonight, Titus. And get this, we're going to the wilds.
Yep, there goes his only friend. I don't understand why they're down on Maximus. Touching end or sitting next to the shitter, there's probably better places even in the wasteland. What the fuck happened? What the fuck? A razor blade? Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, has this happened before? They seem to have... Oh boy.
Opening the outer vault door?
Just for under a minute. Okay, it's just enough time to...
Okay, I know we're just...
But doesn't Chet control the door? Chet can open the door.
Hey, Davey. How's your day going?
Bad as everyone else's.
Good talking to you, Davey. Go ahead and wheelbarrow out that dead body. Everything seems to be in good repair. They probably have used this. I'm assuming they're going to the surface, is what I'm assuming.
Hold the elevator.
Man, they put a lot of work into these practical sets.
Take care of Norm till I'm back, okay?
I can't. I'm going with you.
No, Chet.
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
You had one job, buddy. You had one job.
I'm not letting anyone else get hurt on my behalf.
Oh.
Sexy.
You got a good heart, Chet.
I just tracked him. And I'll do the same to you if you try to follow me.
I'm too chicken.
It's up to you, Lucy. I like the 33, like, pip thing or the emblem. I'll see if the outside of the door looks like the game. We got a great shot incoming if they hold that last shot. There we go.
Young lady, come back here right away.
I don't think so. Cool shot. I like the saturated effect there. Really cool. Now, normally the vault doors aren't exposed to, they're usually underground themselves. Like you have to go through a cave or a subway or something like that to get to the actual door, but this looks like it's wide open. I can see sunlight. In the video game, some of the vaults had like almost like defenses on the outside, like Gatling guns and, you know, flamethrowers and stuff like that to repel anybody that was trying to get in after the fact. What's that say? Yacht Club or something? Wow, look at this. Crazy shit. Wonder how much of this is practical. Holy smokes. The ocean. This is the one from LA. That's Santa Monica Pier, I think. Because if this is the same, it was LA with the Griffith Park Observatory. Why do they think it's him? Or was it him?
We expect you to give us the truth. Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
I understand you're a friend of Aspirant Dayton.
Yes.
You're aware of their injury. Your fellow aspirants say it was you.
Of course they would. They beat the shit out of him before.
Your friend was promoted. You were not. You have ambitions, don't you?
Did you do it?
Speak.
I didn't do it. I did not.
Curious. Did he?
I wanted it to happen. Is that wrong?
That might save you.
Yes. Violence. It's merely a tool. Violence against a brother of steel is a sign of weakness.
Maybe get that guy to stand still.
Weak?
I don't want to be.
Good acting by whoever this guy is. Whatever character he is.
You have anything else to say in your defense?
Really good acting by this guy, too.
For your guidance and for giving me a home. I had no place in the world. If I can help the Brotherhood make it better, even if it means giving my own life, I'll do it. And I'd be grateful to the Brotherhood for giving my life meaning.
He's volunteering for some type of suicide mission, it sounds like.
Good boy. And you will be Knight Titus' new squire.
Wow, that conversation flipped. Really solid acting.
It's not so bad. At least here no one steals your rations. They said I'll still have a place at the Brotherhood.
Are they crippled?
I heard you got my spot. They asked if it was you.
I'm still not sure it wasn't.
I told him you wouldn't hurt a fly.
Did he do it? Oh.
To protect your lord, Knight Titus.
So they heat up the hand. So I'm assuming that's for Titus, correct?
It is believed that a denizen of the Enclave has escaped, and that he has with him an object of profound potential. Go forth with honor.
This is the person you're looking for, the dot. That's such a cool way.
Approximation of the target for your lord.
Haha. It's a pupper companion. That is a golf bag and a half. Oh, wow. Oh, they're taking off whether you're on or not, buddy. I think it would actually be cooler if he was the one that hurt Dane. It makes the character more real, maybe. If he sees them again, it'll be interesting to see if they figured anything out or... Where are we now? What the hell was that?
Don Pedro has our friend dug up once a year, cuts some pieces off and puts them right back in the ground.
Seemed like I recognize that voice. Yep.
Shit. You're telling me the supreme badass we're looking for is a godforsaken mutant?
Have some respect. My pop worked with him once.
Your pop? How long has this asshole been moldering in the ground?
How do we know he's not feral?
That is why we brought our little friend. A feral ghoul can't abide a chicken. If he goes for him, we kill him.
This is where shit starts getting weird. The ghouls and everything are they're a different breed of cat. This is where shit starts getting weird, everybody. Boy, they're packing a lot into the premiere episode. Oh, cool effect. This is Walton's, isn't it?
Well, well, well. Why, is this an Amish production of the Count of Monte Cristo? Or just the weirdest circle jerk I've ever been invited to.
Amazing. He didn't go after the chicken.
Welcome back. I'm Huncho. Now, you don't even know us.
No, I do not.
A bounty came down. A huge one. Enough to be a last score for me and whoever's with me. Yeah, now somebody made a run from the Enclave.
Oh, what makes you think I'd give a good goddamn about that?
It ain't where they's running from. I figured you'd be interested in. It's where they's running to. Dead Witch, Moldaver. In California. That's where you from, ain't it? Originally, I mean.
And what the fuck would you know about where I'm from?
Oh boy.
How about we put you right back in that hole so Don Pedro can have his fun with you for the next 30 years?
So they said Don Pedro's cutting pieces of him off.
Well, I tell you what, boys.
This isn't gonna go well for you.
Well, I do this shit for the love of the game.
Oh my God. Well, maybe you should have shot him, buddy. The ghoul. I'm not even sure what he did to him.
About one thing. This right here was your last job.
Holy shit. Nice. All right, my friends, we just got done watching Fallout Season 1, Episode 1, The End. And the only thing we have left to do is to talk about it. All right, friends, we just got done watching Fallout Season 1, Episode 1, The End. What a great way to start this, because I liked the tone immediately. It was, they did a really good job of capturing that kind of, you know, that weird 1950s Americana, and also kind of like that propaganda-y humor, you know, with like the Pip-Boy and all that stuff. And the little cartoon figures, you know, everything is kind of, you know, pamphlets and whatnot. It's interesting. And then with the ultra violence, which, you know, it's very funny because Amazon Prime and a lot of its shows like Invincible and The Boys and things like, they do not shy away from super violence. And well, I appreciate it quite a bit, and especially in Fallout, it's warranted because of the the really lethal nature of the world. Sometimes it gets a little much, I mean, that whole raider attack on Vault 33 was pretty graphic. Thinking especially of what's her name, Stephanie. Was it Stephanie getting Stephanie Harper getting the jabbed in the eye and getting that taken out. But again, that's part of this world. But what they did really well was and I always call it taking it around the horn, where you basically kind of check in with the world and see where everything is. But in an initial type of phase and sweep like this, you need to make sure that your audience is understanding what the world's like. And so, especially if you've never played the video games, especially if you've, it looks very sweet and innocent and, like we said, Americana. So you have to inject that realism, that brutal reality that is the real world, that is outside of the vault. I mean, there's ways to do it inside the vault too. Like we could see somebody being corrupt or somebody kind of like rising to power. But in this one we didn't. We saw somebody like Kyle MacLachlan was able to kind of like, Hank McClane was able to kind of keep everybody on the path of what the vault was intended to do, live long enough to be able to go out and, like they said, repopulate, recolonize the world around them. So, what I'm really looking forward to too is, because this is a great kind of midstream setup with the vault. I hope that we're able to kind of go back and see how it's always in the video games, it's usually like one of the, well, it is the very first thing that you do is like, you see like the bombs falling and there's like a rush to get to the vault. And, you get to see how the vault is kind of like established and how people get into it, what the initial first few days look like and like how the structure is set up. Like the jobs are kind of, I don't want too much of the nuts and bolts of that. I mean, we can probably, infer a lot of it, but I want to be able to see that. I think that would be a really, really neat aspect to kind of go over, especially if they want to introduce, maybe some kind of nefarious nature to the vaults. Some of them do have that. Some of the vaults were, let's just say, set up with, I don't want to ruin anything, but some of the vaults were set up with not the best intentions. So I'll put a pin in that and leave that there. The characters, I'm really enjoying our three principal characters in Lucy, Maximus, and the Ghoul. Ghouls are very long-lived because of their mutations, and so I can only assume, that this is the actual character that Walton Goggins played, the father with the cowboy and all that stuff. I'm interested to see, just how much, what was the end of that we saw. How did he survive? Obviously, he survived somewhat because of his mutation, but, he was obviously exposed to radiation and the fallout and all that good stuff, all that horrible stuff. But I'm interested to see where that goes. And with Maximus, I think they did a fantastic job of establishing a character who was on the bottom, immediately jump in with somebody getting their ass handed to them. And a very kind of rank and file dominated, Brotherhood of Steel is very, very much, who's in charge, who's above you, who serves who as far as rank goes. And so to see him basically on the bottom of the pecking order established exactly where Maximus was. I'm really curious to know if he hurt his non-binary friend Dane, if he hurt aspirant Dane. And again, if he did, that's twofold. Did he do it to sabotage them, or did he do it to keep them there? That's what I initially thought. Like, he wanted to make sure that they were wounded and couldn't become a squire, and they would have to stay with him because he didn't have anybody else. He had no other friends. So I'm very curious because honestly, I think it's cooler for the character as far as giving the actor more to do, giving the writers more to do with this character, to have that very, very menacing background note in there, that they're willing to do these things, especially to their friend. That is that sets the stakes for us too as an audience member. Whenever Maximus is faced with a certain situation in the future, we know what he's capable of. So if that's true, but we'll see. Now with Lucy, I thought, we got the most backstory on Lucy. We got the most kind of like a societal mark for her as to what exactly, we can kind of pretty much figure out what her background was. We got the montage of the intermediate physical education and all that stuff. So we know she has a skill set. We know that she has a purpose to be out there looking for Hank. We still don't know who Lee is. No clue who Lee is, other than Lee obviously knows Lucy's mom. you look like your mother, okay. Well, then you were a former vault dweller. You were somebody that Hank and Lucy's mom dealt with in the past. There was something going on there that they go to the surface. Maybe this is a story that Hank never shared, that he went to the surface, found somebody or found survivors. Like maybe they jumped the gun or they, who knows? But again, that leads us, gives us a breadcrumb trail to a potential future story or maybe even the seasonal arc for what they're trying to set up, at least for Lucy. Um, I thought they did a great job with kind of the atmosphere of the vault about like how it would have continued in ideal circumstances. Vault 33 seemed to be maybe not thriving, but at the very least, status quo. What a great job of taking it around and letting us see all of these different aspects of the Fallout world. We got to see a vault dweller. We got to see a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. And we got to see somebody who was irradiated and turned by the events of the nuclear war in the Ghoul. So it's a really, really well done, a really great way to get at least a little taste of each particular sect that you could run across. So if we run across a ghoul again, we know a couple things. If they see a chicken and go for it, they're feral. It was just a really interesting way for people that are unfamiliar with the Fallout video game series to be informed by the writers and the creatives in a very interesting, quick way with a couple cool little set pieces and a couple cool little, scenarios, especially with the body being dug up in the end. Really cool stuff. So far, so great. I really love how they're doing everything. I'm curious to see where they go from here. I know Lucy's story is obviously, we're going to find the father, and it seems like both the Ghoul and Maximus are both going to be after this person that escaped from the Enclave. And I can't remember the actor's name, but I remember him from Lost. He, the kind of the professory looking guy with the glasses, or I'm not sure he had glasses in Lost, but I've seen him in a ton of things, like Numbers, I think he was in, a bunch of stuff. So he always usually plays at least a very competent, he's a great actor, but he either plays a very competent good guy or a effing fantastic bad guy. So I'm kind of hoping he's bad, or at least morally gray. We'll see, but I really like the way that actor portrays, villainy. It's almost charismatic. So we'll get to see exactly what they have in store for us, but it's a cool start. And they didn't give us too much. And we didn't see Lucy out in the wilds yet, which is going to be most of how we learn about the wasteland is through the eyes of Lucy, who knows nothing. So everything will have to be explained to her, or she'll have to learn and come to realizations herself that the Ghoul and presumably Maximus already know. They don't need any explanation of the wasteland. Fun stuff, my friends. Well, I'll tell you what, this vault dweller suit is looking a little too clean now that we're on the surface. We'll see where we go from here. My friends, if you could do me a favor, if you stuck with me this long, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted next time we go live with Fallout or any of our normal sci-fi fare. And of course, if you'd like anything early or in its full-length format, link to the Patreon is in the description. All that is then and this is now, my friends, and it's time to say goodbye. But where should we say goodbye from? Well, it's Fallout, so I think the only way to say goodbye on the first episode of Fallout is from the vault door. Now, I'll leave it up to you which side of that vault door you're on. If you're inside, you're safe. If you're in the wasteland, you're not. Friends, until next time, Vulcan roll. I'll see you.